Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into fossilized superpowers and viral secrets. Over the next few minutes, we're going to completely shatter how you understand your own body. I'm talking rapid fire facts. We're taking things you've known about yourself your entire life, flipping them completely upside down, and then, right at the end, I'm going to reveal the hidden digital strategy behind exactly how we did it. You're using your thumbs wrong. Here's why. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What on earth does that have to do with my body's superpowers? Well, nothing directly. But this bold, expectation-defying statement, that's exactly how you capture someone's attention in the very first moments of an explainer. It literally makes you stop, look at your hands, and wonder, wait, what have I been doing wrong? This is actually a brilliant meta strategy for digital retention that we're going to dissect in detail a little later. So just file that away in the back of your mind for now. Doctors called them flaws. Evolution says, watch this. For years, the prevailing narrative around certain body parts, specifically your appendix, your goosebumps, and your wisdom teeth, has been, well, pretty negative. They were viewed as useless leftovers. But we're going to completely reframe these so-called useless parts and show you the absolutely incredible logic behind why you actually have them. Appendix, a backup hard drive for your gut bacteria, not a ticking bomb. For so long, people have thought of the appendix as just a useless little sack just waiting to get infected and burst. But the science shows us something vastly more interesting. It's fundamentally a safe house. During moments of extreme gut distress, think about severe food poisoning where your system is completely flushed out. Your appendix is standing by, holding on to a pristine reserve of your healthy gut bacteria. The doctor's view often treats the appendix as a ticking bomb, a liability. But when you look at it through the evolutionary view, it's a backup hard drive. When you frame it this way, you suddenly realize it's an incredibly highly functional piece of biological technology. It isn't a mistake at all. It's a meticulously designed fail-safe for your microbiome. Like restarting a computer. That's exactly it. When you get that terrible bout of food poisoning and your digestive system essentially crashes, your appendix releases that backup of good bacteria to reboot your microbiome. It gets your internal systems back online and functioning smoothly, exactly the way a hard reset fixes a frozen computer screen. Goosebumps. A tiny muscle pulling hair up to make ancestors look bigger. Now, a cold reflex. This redefinition changes everything. They aren't just bumps on your skin. They're caused by a tiny muscle pulling your hair up. Today, we experience this mostly as a cold reflex, but originally, its purpose was actually to make our hairy ancestors look physically bigger. The modern view writes this off as just a cold reflex, a sign you're chilly, but evolutionarily, it's a DNA superpower. Even though we don't have the thick coat of hair our ancestors did, that tiny hair-pulling muscle still activates. That reflex is a direct, surviving link to a survival superpower still coded right into your DNA today. Like a cat puffing up. Have you ever seen a cat get startled or threatened by a predator? Their fur stands straight on end, and suddenly they look twice their size. Massive. Intimidating. That is exactly what your body is trying to do when you get goosebumps. It was an involuntary, instant defense mechanism designed to scare off ancient predators by projecting sheer size. You are literally carrying around the ghosts of your ancestors' defense systems. Wisdom teeth? Biological spare teeth meant for chewing raw roots and tough meat. This completely changes how we think about something we usually only associate with painful dental surgery. Look at what they actually are. Biological spare teeth. Our ancestors weren't eating processed soft foods. They survived by chewing raw roots and incredibly tough meat. Because we eat soft food today, the modern view sees wisdom teeth as trapped flaws. Our jaws simply don't grow large enough to accommodate them comfortably anymore. But originally, they were survivor spares. Chewing those raw roots and tough meats cracked teeth constantly. Wisdom teeth were essential replacements that kept our ancestors alive. Proof you come from a line of survivors. Your wisdom teeth, even if they give you grief today, are a living monument to human resilience. They're the physical evidence that your lineage survived harsh conditions, cracked teeth, and incredibly tough diets to get you to where you are today. It's actually really empowering when you look at it through that lens. It's not a flaw, it's a fossilized superpower. The next time someone calls a part of the human body useless or complains about their appendix, goosebumps, or wisdom teeth, you can confidently tell them they are entirely wrong. You're walking around with ancient superpowers fossilized right into your biology. The viral retention strategy. How we held your attention. Okay, I want to break the fourth wall for a second. That extremely fast-paced, comparative way we just delivered all that fascinating biological information, yeah, that wasn't an accident. That was actually a masterclass in digital audience retention pulled straight from our source material. And we are going to unpack exactly how that strategy works right now. 5. This represents the first 5 seconds of your explainer. The source material reveals that this specific window is absolutely critical. In the first 5 seconds, you must completely defy a viewer's expectations. Remember that quote about using your thumbs wrong from the very beginning? That was us using this exact rule to hook you instantly before you could even think about clicking away. 3. This number is the absolute secret to pacing. To maintain maximum engagement in today's digital landscape, the strategy dictates that you must change your visual image every 3 to 4 seconds. If you felt a nice, energetic momentum guiding you through this explainer so far, well, it's because we've been rigorously applying this visual pacing rule to keep your eyes and your brain fully stimulated. Content posting strategy. Post as short, post as long form, use different hooks. When it comes to distribution, you need a multi-pronged attack. That means posting vertically as a short, horizontally for long form, and most importantly, using totally different hooks for each format to see what actually works. By diversifying your content delivery and testing various opening lines, you cast the widest possible net to capture different audience segments. Step 1, test a body-related topic. Step 2, test a tech-related topic. Step 3, compare audience retention. This all builds into actionable A/B testing. You test a body-related topic, like fossilized superpowers, against a tech-related topic, and then you just compare the audience retention. By running this exact comparison between different disciplines, you gather hard data to understand exactly what captures and keeps your specific audience watching. It takes all the guesswork out of content creation. Which of these do you still have? Comment below. Or which fact made you say no way? Applying what we've just learned, I want to ask you directly, which of these fossilized superpowers are you still carrying around? Do you still have your appendix or your wisdom teeth? Or which fact in this explainer made you literally stop and say no way? Comment below. I really hope this explainer not only shifted how you view your own biology, but also gave you a brilliant new toolkit for sharing ideas with the world. Thanks so much for joining me.